Hello, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk about Bryan's character identity. Now, I wanted to let everybody know that I recently just hit GOD. You know, I don't claim to be the greatest Bryan player, but I thought I'd give my opinion and open the floor. You know, like this should be an open discussion. I'd love to hear what everybody else has to think about what I'm going to say in this video. But yeah, Bryan is defined by hard-hitting counter-hit launchers, and of course, you know, the unblockable taunt, his signature move, right? I'd say Bryan has been a strong mid-range character, probably the best counter hits in the entire series, and I guess that's led a lot of Bryan players to gravitate towards a defensive-oriented style based on timings, whiff punishes, so on and so forth. With Tekken 8 though, a lot of his pre-existing tools have been upgraded alongside a wealth of new moves that just add to this offense. It's brought about a completely new way for Bryan to just bully opponents with plus frames, evasion, parries. Often Bryan will cover the entire screen with the enormous range of things like QCB1, QCF 1+2, the list goes on. So what I have on screen right now are just a bunch of different moves that I think are just absolutely egregious, and I think that they need to be spoken about. So a few you're seeing here right now, this is down 4. This move has far too much tracking on both sides, and I believe it's -12, which is insane. From range 2.6. Plus the pushback it gives, so it's just insane keep out, practically a homing move, unnecessary. Similarly with the rest of his lows, that's down back 3, hatchet is pretty fucking homing. I think you have to sidewalk left to even get past this shit. I mean, it's insane, right? Bryan's lows have far too much tracking in this game. Here you see, this is what happens when you sidewalk left, right? I mean, it can be alleviated just by the Bryan player delaying it a little bit even, but you see a lot of this. Pretty much every low from Bryan works pretty much the same way. They track worse to the left except for down 4, but they're pretty much homing, you know. There's nothing you can really do about them, and they're so safe. It's insane to me, unless you use Snake Edge or even the heat low is pretty homing. I don't think I've ever seen anybody sidestep it. And again, was it -13? So none of these are launch. It's crazy when you think about it. Either way, we also have QCB1. Again, insane tracking. Even though this only tracks to the left, of course, if you sidestep right with good timing, it can be stepped. But God forbid you decide to press in that window where I QCB1. It just becomes homing, and then it's a counter hit launcher. I think this move needs way less plus frames, way less tracking. It's evasive as fuck. It does so much damage from like range 3. Of course, Incinerator is another one of the worst offenders for tracking. I think Bryan's tracking is absurd in Tekken 8 sometimes. Like even from me as the Bryan player, hitting some of these moves is just insane. I know that I can Incinerator when I think somebody's going to sidestep because it's practically one of my homing options. Kind of insane. Still really strong move. The first hit will whiff and it will just continue to just track people no matter what you do. Insane. It can still be used 3 times during heat. Insane. Why can it be used that many times? And it's a taunt follow-up. Whatever. Insanely good. Absolutely insanely good. Same with the here again, you see the heat low. Really like awfully strong. Completely warps the way that you play for counter hits with Bryan. He has such loaded offense, and all of these have a sort of built-in evasion. Here's another really strange move that I think should be removed. Maybe a little side note is a 1+2/2. This is just a strange launcher. Shouldn't even be in the game. Whatever. I don't. Ridiculous, you know. I don't like that move. Also, sidestep 2-1 cancels. Remove this, bro. This is horrid to look at. These, I just think it's pointless. Also, if you know, alongside all of these plus frames that Bryan has now and all of this tracking, his 1-2 strings are also really annoying and really easy to use. Same with a lot of, you know, 111, 112 strings in Tekken 8. They're really good tracking, especially if people press. And because Bryan has like a 3-way mix-up, which to be fair, they're all pretty seeable. I think 1-2-3 is the worst example in terms of King. Like you can sidewalk right consistently 1-2-1, 1-2-4, but the third hit of 1-2-3, fucking crazy, man. And even then 1-2-4 has this thing where it'll track people if they dare to try and attack, you know, if you go for the full string, alongside it being counter hit, hit confirm. It's a wall splat into full combo. You know, 1-2-1 in general is pretty strong, and it's safe. In my opinion, 1-2-1 should not be safe. High mid just shouldn't be safe. Should at least be -10. There's so many things like that, man. His lows need to be more launch punishable. Maybe the heat one or hatchet -14. Here's the wall splat. This could be removed, to be honest. This is unnecessary. It gives him so much pressure at the wall. Already, you know, when somebody's at the wall with taunt Oki and with everything else you get, 1-2-4 just adds to the crazy, man. Anybody tries to mash out of a corner position, they just get splatted. Yeah, fucking crazy. But let me know, please. I'd love to hear what everybody thinks, and if you want to see some of my gameplay and rip me apart for it, we're going to be getting into a montage shortly of that. Also, Bryan's heat burst, range 3, I'm pretty sure. Range, where did I write that down? Fucking ridiculous, man. Way too much range. I don't even know. Crazy. The range of that. I don't even know. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. I feel Bryan, these moves are probably his worst defenders. I feel like he's still at least top 3, top 5 at his worst. And just takes away from everything, you know. But onto the montage.
Give me one chance, one more night till I see what you see. I'm made of your dreams.